Welcome back to Dio's Thoughts. Today, we want to talk about why you're traumatized as a Nigerian. Yes, you. I am here with,
NAOMI.
and we're talking about some relatable things that we face as a Nigerian in an African home. So, let's get to it. Naomi, thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so you're Nigerian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so being born in a Nigerian home, how has it been for you?
It was okay. It was very interesting to say the least.
Mm,
I think growing up and leaving my house and realizing that I actually have no social skills, no skills outside of being my parents' child was alarming when I realized.
mm.
So
So you said you lacked kind of social skills.
yeah.
So now why is that? Why do you think you had that?
Oh, because I feel like it was a common thing for Nigerians, especially maybe as the first child, the experiment child,
Mm,
kind of being closeted and don't go here, don't do this. Like when you're done with school, come back straight home.
mm,
When they give you a curfew and come back, be like, yeah, that's the boy mommy way. Don't come at that time. And I feel like once I now left the house, I didn't know how
yeah.
to relate to people. I didn't know how to talk to people.
Mm,
I think I didn't get a phone till I was about 14. And when I got a phone, it
yeah.
was strictly monitored.
Wow.
And once school was done, immediately go home. No time to socialize, no time to do anyhow. Do
Yeah.
anyhow you see anyhow, basically.
Yeah.
So I feel like all those kind of things. And I came to uni, I did not talk to people. Very shy, very. If you talk to me, I'll panic. Like, you want to do something bad to me. Like,
Mm,
you want to use me for drugs, you want to sell my kidney. I feel like growing up in that kind of way was very,
yeah.
you know.
So the type of relationship your parents had with you was affected you psychologically and socially.
Psychologically,
Yeah.
that part I don't know, but socially, definitely. But I feel like how Nigeria is as a whole also
Mm,
depends on that because,
mm,
it's not necessarily as safe. So you can't really, so going out a lot
yeah.
wasn't really an option
Yeah.
before they carry you and go and before they kidnap you now. They'll be doing justice for me, call me, call. So this is just for my enemy, not for me, Jesus name,
Yeah.
fire. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think actually it has actually saved us a lot. Those things that we learned from our parents, like the
Mm-hmm.
strictness, because like that, I was able to have some kind of strong survival instincts. I think about the negative most of the times,
Ah,
but
yeah.
that's actually a disadvantage. But I think about the negative because I feel like where I'm going, there will be a risk, so I must be guided and
Yeah,
stuff.
but everywhere has a risk. Going to school has a risk.
Yeah.
Going to sleep is a risk. So I feel like having a balanced relationship where is that if you go somewhere, let me
Mm,
know where you're going.
mm,
Let me have your location.
yeah.
So if anything happens, know that you can trust me to pick you up. Rather than your child having to sneak out of the house and then now you're wondering where they are, or your child now goes to uni and
Mm,
they see 1 ounce of freedom,
mm,
everything has scattered. They are
yes.
doing drugs, they're doing things that you might
Mhm.
not have done in the house,
Mhm.
but because they saw people and they were very excited to get that small ounce of freedom, they now
Yeah.
go haywire. So I feel like having a balance, but I feel
Yeah.
like constantly thinking about the negatives of a place is it to be detrimental in your mental health in the long run because you're now always thinking of the bad sides to think that
Mhm.
everywhere has a risk. Going
Mhm.
to school is a risk. What if you die on the road? What if they kidnap you and carry you and go? It's not only part they carry people. Let me just tell you, it's not only part they carry people. Put in there.
This still made me remember something that happened like you're talking
Last
about.
two
Oh,
weeks
it's still
ago.
getting cold.
When
So shall we have a question here like who are you when you're not reacting to your parents expectations?
who am I? I don't know yet, which is a bad thing because
Yeah.
I'm about to graduate. I'm doing my master's in a few months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything aside book and don't go out, don't do this,
Yeah.
don't like I mean I know what not to do, I know what to do now,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. But there's always this thing at the back of my mind when I want to go out that is very panicky and very, oh, what if I get in trouble? What if they can't
Yeah.
beat me now? But there's always that thing back of my mind. So who am I outside my household or whatever? I don't know yet. Maybe one day I will know.
Mm.
Maybe one day I'll know. But I know that, I'm very determined and I like money, so I know that much. So
Yeah.
if you have money too, give me.
So, like we said, these things are like disadvantage to our mental health. But do you think there's actually an advantage? Would you like to change something for your next generation?
Or like when I have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, if I have kids, one thing I would change is I feel like personally I'm not going to hit my kids because I feel like flogging your children is very. I feel like it's insane. Like it doesn't do anything. A child that's listening will listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, I would gentle parent, but I'll not be a pessimistic parent. So there will be consequences. The consequences will not be me laying my hands on because I feel like that's a little extreme. But there'll be consequences to your actions. And I want to have a relationship with my kids where they feel like they can tell me things.
Anything.
And I don't want where you're going through something because one thing a lot of African people I've noticed
Mm.
go through is that they feel like they can't tell their parents when they're going through something. Like you're sad, you're depressed, and you
Mhm.
can't tell your parents.
Mhm.
Now you're just suffering alone and suffering in silence. And one
Yeah.
thing I know a lot of firstborn friends that I have will tell me is that they were not allowed to be sad at home because, oh, I give you food and clothes. Why are you sad? Sadness is a human emotion. Please and thank you. Your child is allowed to be sad. Sadness is not does not get nullified
Yes.
because you gave me food. Who gave me food before? It's not you that bought me.
Then,
Who gave me food before?
like, is it that brought me to the life? It's not that I want to
I
come.
know. Thank you. So I would definitely have a relationship where they can come to me and tell me
Mhm.
what is going on. And
Mhm.
if you need to go out, all I need to know is where you're going.
Yeah.
And I need you to know that if anything happens, I can definitely come and pick you up. Now I might be upset as to why you went to that kind of place, but at least let me make sure that you're alive and well. Safety first. Let me know that
True.
you're alive and well. 9 months is not right and being said job. Marco Similon, thank you.
Yeah. I think that kind of relationship will actually teach your children how to like maintain boundaries with other people they would meet and actually be able to
Exactly.
say no.
And know when they need to leave a situation because you're allowed
Yes.
to say no at any point. You can take back consent, guys.
Yeah. Because I think the flogging, the discipline, like I'm not saying the specific the flogging that the parents used to
The
give,
fun were
it has
unnecessary.
yeah, it has inflicted fear into people that they'll be like saying no
And
is a
mind you,
bad
your
thing.
kids don't respect you; they just fear you.
Yes.
And let me not lie, it got to a point in my life where I used to do things and I'll say, all they'll do is beat me. You beat me and I'll cry and I'll stop crying. Let me not lie.
Mhm.
Beating doesn't do anything. They just get resistance to the beating. And suppose they stop beating me because it was very useless, it was very baseless. You beat me, I'm looking at you and I'm laughing at you while you beat me. Because you look very stupid right now, let me not lie.
Mhm.
So, flogging your kids doesn't do anything, but making sure that your repercussions match the actions
Yeah.
makes a lot more sense. If your child, let's say they break plate, why are you beating your child and slap it because they broke? It's plate.
Why are you
It will
marking them with
break.
the plates?
It's plate. Jesus Christ. A reasonable thing to do, maybe, oh, clean it up and explain to them, ask them how it happened,
Mhm.
and explain how we can prevent it. Now, if your child, does something extreme, maybe steals something,
Mm.
now punishment makes sense, consequences to their actions make sense.
Yeah.
But flogging them to the point where you are seeing the beatings of the belt is, that's called slave trade, guys. That's what they did to our forefathers, and
Yes.
that's a problem.
Intergenerational trauma. If
That's a
our
problem.
parents are traumatized, don't traumatize us too.
That's a problem, guys.
But but we are ready to change this trauma. We are
or
becoming more
or
aware.
if you have anger issues, please don't have children.
Yes.
No offense.
And talking about anger issues, I feel like we Nigerians don't know how to self-regulate our emotions. We need to learn to
Amen.
be mindful and
Amen.
regulate our emotions.
Not everything is cruel. Not everything is a meme. You're
Yes,
actually
not everything is
traumatized.
funny.
Nothing is funny.
You'll be seeing bad tonight. I don't know if you know that tonight trending right now, the bandit stuff. And
Yes, those things are not funny.
these things are not funny, but
It's
we are
not
listening
funny.
to well,
You're
we
telling
are
me
traumatized. We are traumatized. These are
it's
trauma
not funny. Making
responses.
TikToks about bandits is not
It's
funny.
not funny.
Making TikToks about being kidnapped is not funny. Those are some people's realities.
I repost
Please
them.
go and touch grass.
Will you repost them?
You reposted them. You need to do better.
Yes.
Go and
But
touch grass.
you guys need to do better. You
You
guys
need to do better as
be
well.
like now, be like me. So so is there like steps you could give to the audience on how to regulate their emotions, like really because most of us are actually stressed. I'll talk about the people that is coming up right now in
Mm-hmm.
an African home because most of them are actually stressed. They don't know how to say no to their parents. So people don't know
Mm-hmm.
like some coping mechanisms. So people are just there on TikTok, just like if they're on TikTok, they're forgetting
So
themselves. But
if
if we
we're
need to learn how to regulate emotions, so
so if we're talking in terms of self-regulating as a person,
mm-hmm,
read a book, get a hobby, touch grass. I'm a big advocate for touching grass. And I mean that thing literally, like drop your phone and go outside and go and actually notice things in the world. Is there a tree in front of a house?
mm,
That one patch of grass in your house, how does it look like? Please touch grass.
yeah,
I touch grass on a daily basis because I'm a chronic crash out. I crash out over nothing, let me not lie. So I touch grass, please touch grass. And in a way to self-regulate is actually grounding yourself.
mm-hmm,
Please, your phone is more than TikTok. Your phone is more than social media. Open Google and look for ways to ground yourself.
yeah,
Look for ways to expand your knowledge. Reading is a form of grounding activity.
mm-hmm,
Doing something you love is a form of grounding activity. If you love painting, please paint. If you love writing, write. If you love
mm-hmm,
drawing, draw. If you love sleeping, I beg, sleep. Sleeping is free. That's like the one free thing in this life.
yeah. So
I can't lie. So do garden activities
Yeah.
and make sure that what you're doing is for yourself. Like you're doing it
Yeah.
to be aware of yourself,
Mhm. Yeah,
which is
and
why
I
touch
feel like we
grass.
should actually create like two kits where they have probably first off, I'll read a book, I'll journal, I'll Google
You can make a
resource.
to-do list
Yeah.
and maybe try to do the list because some people
Mm-hmm.
make lists and don't do them. But no
Yes.
judgment here. I do it
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
And
Make it
touch
like us.
grass. Even if the weather is cold, it's snowing right now. Even if the weather is cold, please go outside. Wear winter cap and winter jacket and touch grass.
Yeah. But you cannot always generalize. Not all of them are in Canada.
And that's if you're in the cold, touch grass. Okay, if you're in the heat, if you're in the heat, touch grass. There's grass everywhere. Rest of grass is free. Touch grass, touch flower, touch anything. Just and have introverted hobbies like reading a
Mm-hmm.
book. Don't have to involve multiple people. It is just yourself. Now,
You yourself
not to
and
shield
I.
anybody, but half of you don't have any literary skills. But we're not going to talk about that.
Ah,
But read a book, guys. Educate
ah,
yourselves. Everything is
guess,
not fun. Everything is not TikTok.
guess. We are yet to.
Sorry. Sorry.
So we are here for you guys. I here to like make you aware, suit your emotions. I'm not here to judge you. She's just saying that like normally, if your emotions are normalized here on this
Your
show,
emotions are valid. They're actually very
they are
valid.
valid. They're valid.
But as a grown adult, one of the ways to validate it personally as well is to make sure that you're actually self-regulating
Mm,
on a daily. It's not only when you're stressed, self-regulate. When you come back from school, even if you had a good day, self-regulate.
mm.
Calm down, just take in your environment and breathe. You can get candles that you like. You can get anything you like. You can get like a pretty journal and just color or doodle or draw or
Not
whatever.
everything is. So so thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for our next video. Thank you.